Good afternoon, Southeast Texas. Looking at our radar, we had a little bit of light rain earlier. Right now, things are very quiet across Southeast Texas. Still going to maintain a 20% coverage of seeing maybe just a little bit of light rain or drizzle as we work through the afternoon. Big story this afternoon, the issuing of a ice storm warning in effect for portions of Hardin, Tyler, Jasper, and Newton County until Sunday evening. We've got winter weather advisories across northern Jefferson and Orange County, and then winter storm watches out for the western portions of our area, Chambers and Liberty County. And I suspect that we might get a little bit of an update to these warnings a little bit later this afternoon. But again, we're looking for the potential for maybe a quarter to almost a half-inch of ice across the 190 corridor as we go from Saturday night into Sunday. And we'll talk more about that in just a second. In the meantime, it starts out as rain for us on Saturday, and then it again converts over to freezing rain and maybe a little bit of sleet as we go from Saturday night into Sunday. And again, the cold weather on the backside is going to be the big impact heading into the early part of next week. In the upper levels, we've got an area of low pressure over Los Angeles. That's going to work its way eastward. Everything going to be kind of transitioning off to the southeast, and that's going to allow that cold air that you see here spill towards the southeast and bring us what should be a very cold week next week, where lows are not going to return above freezing until maybe the end of next week. So here's how it plays out as we go through the next couple of days. We're starting off with cloud cover and not much in the way of rain this afternoon. By tonight, we could start to see a little bit of freezing rain along the I-30 corridor back towards the Dallas-Fort Worth area, up towards the Red River and the Oklahoma border. As we head into Saturday morning, some of that freezing rain will line up from Lufkin back to College Station up towards Dallas and move towards the east. We've got the potential for not only showers, but a few thunderstorms Saturday morning into Saturday afternoon before the first wave moves out. Saturday evening, a little bit of light misty drizzle in the frozen form going to be happening across the lakes area, but bigger batch sits just off to the west from Dallas to Waco down to Austin. Again, the state capital going to be under the gun with freezing rain there. By the time we hit Sunday morning, you see everything kind of racing off to the east. Pretty good swath of freezing rain moving from the lakes into northeast Louisiana. We've got a little bit of freezing rain here by Saturday morning. Then the system kicks off to the east pretty quickly, and from there we'll be looking at a very cold night setting up from Sunday night into early Monday. The impacts, again, we've got some major impacts potentially setting up across the northern portions of Jasper and Newton County in terms of the freezing rain. The areas of Orange, it's a moderate impact across northern Hardin, back into portions of northern Liberty and also into Polk County, also Jasper and Newton County. The effects, although we may still see a few accumulating, a little bit of accumulating freezing rain, the impacts in Jefferson and Orange County at this point appear to be fairly limited. So here's the amount of rain and freezing rain that we could see. Again, we're looking for maybe a half-inch to an inch of rain before all of the freezing rain starts. And you see here a third to almost an inch of ice expected across the lakes area, about a tenth of an inch in Silsbee, a third of an inch in Kirbyville, and then you get minor accumulations across portions of Jefferson and Orange County. Right now we're looking at the lakes, cloudy skies as we head into the afternoon, 54 degrees. East winds are light, 95% relative humidity. A couple stops, we'll head to Toledo Bend where they're at 54, the east-southeast winds. They picked up a tenth of an inch of rain earlier this morning. And as we take one more stop, we'll make it to East Chambers ISD. They're at 60 degrees right now, north winds at 4, relative humidity at 94%. I don't expect temperatures to get much warmer than that. Mid-50s in the lakes and upper 50s to around 60 in the triangle now, and probably going to stay pretty close to that throughout the rest of the afternoon. There's your satellite imagery, a whole lot of cloud cover, and you can see the rain already developing across north central Texas. The question as we head into the evening and overnight hours is, will this start to change over to a little bit of freezing rain as temperatures begin to cool off? Rain outlook brought to you by Roofing 911. 90% coverage of showers, perhaps a couple thunderstorms on Saturday, converting to freezing rain Saturday night into Sunday. By early next week, things stay pretty quiet here across southeast Texas, where we'll see lows 32 at Sunday morning. That's going to allow the rain to change over to freezing rain, and of course it gets colder than that heading into early next week. Today we're looking at temperatures topping out in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. East winds will be a little bit on the gusty side, 60 at Beaumont and Port Arthur, 59 in Orange. And there's a look at your extended forecast over the next 7 days, brought to you by Philpott Ford. Again, our warmest temperature Saturday is going to be at midnight, and then those temperatures fall all the way into early Monday, keeping an eye out for the rain transition to freezing rain late Saturday night into Sunday. That's a look at your forecast. Stick around. We've got more news at noon coming up after the break.